Hello everyone, I'm Morgan and today I wanted to share with you my TBR for the O.W.L.s. If you don't know, the O.W.L.s is a readathon created by G at O.W.L.s that she throws every year, and it's based on the exams from Harry Potter. So you have the O.W.L.s first in April and then the Newts in August. And I have participated every year so far. This is the third year, if I'm not mistaken. I will link to the announcement video if you haven't seen it. But this is my favorite readathon of the year, so I'm so excited for it. And so we have prompts to fulfill, and you can choose a career because she made a whole document about careers that you can choose, and so you need to have read certain books and fulfill certain prompts to be part of a certain profession. So this year I want to become an alchemist. I actually wanted to do that for the last 2 years, but alchemist is the profession that needs the most O.W.L.s. You have to fulfill all 12 of them, but this year, with everything that's going on, I have a lot of time to read, plus I did choose a lot of short books and I've been reading a lot lately, so I don't think it's going to be too hard. But I'm going to tell you all of the prompts and what I chose for them. So the first prompt is Ancient Runes, and for that I have to read a book with a heart on the cover because of the heart rune. So I chose Every Heart a Doorway by Sean McGuire for that. I've been wanting to start this book for a while, ever since I bought it and even before, because I loved Middlegate by Sean McGuire last year. It was my favorite book of 2019, so I want to read more from her, and that's also part of my challenge to read authors that I gave 5 stars to last year. So I'm really excited for it. Next is Arithmancy, Magical Qualities of November 2, Balance/Opposites. Read something outside your favorite genre. So I chose Entre les Murs by François Bégodeau. This is a French book that I know not a lot about, but I'm assuming from the cover that it's about kids who are at school in France, and I just don't read French book that much. I am French, if you don't know, and I basically read nothing in French at all. I bought this one last year because I had been wanting to get back into reading some French books, and I don't know if it's any good, but we'll see. Then we have Astronomy, and for that, night classes read majority of this book when it's dark outside, and so I picked Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I've actually read this one before and I really enjoyed it, but that was years ago, so I've been wanting to reread it. And this one is actually pretty short, though there's a big introduction or some like added content at the end actually. From what I saw, but the book is actually really short, like 150 pages from what I looked, so I think it's gonna be easy to read like before I go to bed or something like that. Next is Care of Magical Creatures, Hippogriffs, Creature with a Beak on the Cover, and for that I found This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El-Moutar and Max Gladstone. I have read this one before, if you haven't seen one of my books I've read recently video, but I read this one first as an audiobook and I did really love it, but I went to it too quickly, so I said in that video that I wanted to buy it and actually read it in physical format, so that's what I'm going to do. Next is Charms, Lumos Maxima, wet cover. And for that I have The Test by Sylvain Neuvel. I really want to read this book. I know it's dystopian, I'm pretty sure, and it's a novella, like extremely short, and I'm just so excited for it. Next, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Grindylows book set at the sea/coast. At first I was like, how am I going to find a book like that? And then I just looked at my shelves and saw this one, and I was like, maybe it's set on a coast, and indeed it is. So I will be reading The Accidental by Ali Smith. I've been wanting to read this one for a while because I want to read Ali Smith. So hopefully this is going to be good. Next is divination. Third eye, assign numbers to your TBR and use a random number generator to pick your read. Obviously, this would have been more fun if I had done it in front of the camera, but I was so excited when I saw the announcement video that I did it right away. And the book I fell in was 10 minutes 38 seconds in this strange world by Elif Shafak. I bought this book because it was longlisted for the Man Booker last year, I think that was, and I'm still really excited to read it. I know it's literary fiction, obviously, and um, also, like, the blurb says that it's about a woman that has died and her body has been put in a dumpster, and it's about like her death and her being in that dumpster, and that just sounds crazy and fascinating in some way, so hopefully it's gonna be good. Next is Herbology, Mimbalus Nimbletonia. Title starts with an M. And for that I have Mama Hisses Mice by Saoud Al-Sanoussi. This is a book that has been translated from the Arabic, and I actually had an arc of this one like months ago, and I didn't get to it because it was a PDF and I just hate PDFs and I just didn't have time to read it, so I actually purchased it and I still want to read it. So I don't really know what this is about, but I guess this is set in another country. That's all I know. Next is History of Magic, Witch Hunts, book featuring witches slash wizards. I picked for that Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and I will be reading this one as an audiobook, as I have the one narrated by Stephen Fry on Audible, and I'm just so excited to read it. I want to continue on with my reread of the Harry Potter series that I've been doing for like so long. I've always been like really excited to continue on with this reread. I just have had so many other things to read lately, but this is going to be really nice, and I loved rereading the fifth one, though I thought it was a bit too long. So hopefully this one is better, really. Next is Muggle Studies, book from a perspective of a Muggle, contemporary. And for that I picked The Lies About Truth by Courtney Stevens. I have read quite a few books now of Courtney Stevens, well, two, and I really liked each of them, and so I'm continuing on reading her books for my challenge of reading authors that I gave 5 stars to, so hopefully this one is just as good as the first two. Now for the penultimate one, we have Potions, Shrinking Solution, book under 150 pages, and for that I picked To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. I have been wanting to read this one ever since it came out. I love Becky Chambers. I've read every single book in the Wayfarer series, so I know this one is not set in that series, but that's fine. I still just love Becky Chambers and science fiction, so I'm sure I will love this one. And now for the last one, we have Transfiguration, an Alchemist lecture book slash series that includes shapeshifting. And for that I chose Dragon Pearl by someone I don't remember. I will put it here. I want to read this one as part of a challenge that I'm doing of reading all the books that have been shortlisted for the SFF Booktube Awards. Booktube SFF Awards, whatever. I'm really enjoying this awards, and I have been reading all the books that have been shortlisted, and this one has been shortlisted in the middle grade category, so I will be reading that one. But yeah, that's all for me. These are all the books for my O.W.L.s TBR. I will be reading some other books actually in April, as I have to for some other projects, but I think I can do this, hopefully. And yeah, I have a lot of time to read right now. Probably you do too, but I know not everyone feels like reading right now. I do. Yeah, but yeah, just tell me how you're doing right now. Just as I said, I live in France, so we're not supposed to go out that much. I still have to go to work actually because I work for a bank. but other than that, I have been okay so far. I'm actually really happy to have time to read. So I've been trying to read like longer books and just read and read and read, and it's been really fun. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon another video. Goodbye.
Dream I know, deep up my feelings for you.